Long before the Anglo-Saxons arrived, Britain was a land painted with the vibrant hues of Celtic tongues. These languages, part of the Indo-European family, had branched out into two main groups, the Brythonic and the Goidelic. The Brythonic languages held sway in regions that now make up England, Wales, and parts of Scotland. Among their descendants are languages spoken today, Welsh, Cornish, and Breton. The Goidelic languages, on the other hand, had taken root primarily in Ireland and parts of Scotland. Their modern-day descendants include Irish Gaelic and Scottish Gaelic. These Celtic languages were not a monolith, but rather a rich tapestry of related yet distinct dialects. Their similarities and differences are subject of ongoing scholarly discussion. These languages were not mere tools of communication. They were the lifeblood of vibrant cultures, rich in oral traditions, intricate art, and complex social structures. They were the languages of druids and warriors, of farmers and artisans, their sounds echoing across the hills and valleys of a land yet to be called England. In 43 AD, the Roman legions marched onto British soil, bringing with them not only their military might but also their language, Latin. Although the Roman Empire's dominion over Britain lasted for centuries, the extent to which Latin supplanted the indigenous Celtic languages is still debated by historians and linguists. Latin did, however, become the language of power, administration, and prestige. Latin's influence seeped into the very fabric of British life, leaving its mark on place names, legal systems, and the burgeoning Christian faith. Words like castra, meaning fort, found their way into place names like Lancaster and Chester, while Latin words like street, from strata, became embedded in the English language itself. The Roman withdrawal in the 5th century did not signify the end of Latin's influence. It lingered, especially within the walls of monasteries, where it continued to be the language of scholarship and religious practice. As the Roman Empire faded into history, a new force began to make its presence felt on Britain's shores: the Vikings. Hailing from Scandinavia, these fierce seafarers, speaking Old Norse, launched raids and established settlements along Britain's coasts, leaving an indelible mark on the linguistic landscape, particularly in the north and east. Old Norse, a North Germanic language, clashed and coalesced with the emerging Old English, creating a linguistic melting pot. Everyday words like sky, husband, and take have their roots in Old Norse, demonstrating its profound impact on the vocabulary of English. Beyond individual words, Old Norse may have also influenced the grammar of English, contributing to its simplification and streamlining. Out of the crucible of these linguistic interactions, Old English was born. The arrival of Germanic tribes, the Angles, Saxons, and Jutes, in the 5th century AD marked a turning point in the linguistic history of Britain. They brought with them their own West Germanic dialects, which formed the bedrock of Old English. While Old English borrowed words from Celtic, Latin, and Old Norse, its core structure remained decidedly Germanic. Old English itself was not a monolithic entity. It existed in a variety of dialects, each reflecting the geographic and cultural influences of its speakers. Over time, the West Saxon dialect rose to prominence, becoming the standard for written Old English. This fusion of tongues, this intricate tapestry woven from threads of Celtic, Latin, and Scandinavian origin, laid the foundation for the English language we know today.